before putting things back together, it can be good to try to soften up the copper washer. Just move the O-ring out of the way, the copper washer comes undone. And to soften it, you heat it gently and dunk it into cold water. Should start glowing kind of and go a little red. Maybe I should have turned the light off for this one. Back on, get the O-ring back in place. Time to reassemble, starting with the rebound. Tiny bit of Loctite. And left, oops, spring came off. It's a spring return, so don't lose that one. I've left these in place since taking it apart. And I prefer to add this one, the adjuster here also, because this can be tricky to get it on the valve from the top, but it's not impossible. So. $17. Now we can take it off the locking nuts here. Put the seal back on. Start threading the spring guide back on. And if you, like me, is going to add stiffer spring, now is a good time to check that the springs don't bind on the spring guide. I've forgotten about that. It slides on just fine. If you go for too heavy of a spring, it will be too thick. You need to take this one off, put it in a cordless drill and hold the sandpaper around it, or go to somewhere with a lathe and make it a little thinner. But shouldn't be any problem with these springs. Make sure you still have both the plastic washer and the spring seat. Compression valve. $19mm. Hold it a little to its side up here. Give it a few whacks. I usually then change to the torque wrench. It should be 25 Newton meters. And it's already set there, so if it now spins, I hit it a few more times. I got lucky this time. the cap back on. I have not touched the settings for the compression, but I'm gonna check them because I don't remember where I was at on this one. I haven't been doing a good journal. Then I've made a tool that I'm missing. Let me find it. Very simple. It's a piece of pipe that threads onto the inner leg, so help you pull on it when you bleed the air out of it. There is a plastic pipe in here that acts as a stop, so when it's threaded on, this pushes down a little on the rebound valve. If you don't have anything pushing down on it and you pull too hard, it will push the rebound needle out of its seat and you will get all oil coming up here where it shouldn't be any oil. So pushing it down a little, just a handle, and it's removable for a reason, because I leave this one in place when I put the spring on. It helps out a little. Making sure the spring guide is seated all the way down, so I can get this one far enough down till I feel some resistance. So, time to start filling oil. My tool solution also helps out with that you don't pour oil into the leg. The option is to hold it up a little with your fingers and pour down here. I'm going with the Motorex 5 weight fork oil, recommended. With the level quite high up, I just hold it down and pump. No resistance at all. Go down, up, no resistance, little resistance. Here it goes, little resistance in the beginning. Here we go. Oh, resistance almost all the way, and resistance all the way. Back down, add some more oil. The level went down quite a lot as it filled up the inner leg. A few more times just to be sure that it's smooth all the way and resistance all the way. Perfect. And if I undo this handle, I can use this cheap tool to set the fork oil height, going with 100mm here. Now we'll see, it's like the hose has swollen a little from the oil and it's a little on the big side. So, and the syringe is old and used many times, so there we go. But I'm not too worried if some oil escapes back down. because now we're gonna lift the outer leg up to let any oil that's trapped between the outer and the inner leg, upper and lower maybe is the correct term, go back into the center, and we're gonna do this one more time. So looks good. Then it's time to put the spring in place. Carefully lift this one up. And here you have to be a little quick to let the spring drop down and grab this one. Then it's a matter of pulling the spring down, getting a open-ended spanner 22mm in place. Tiny little drop of Loctite can be used here also. Make sure the plastic pin in here goes into the rebound adjuster hole. So, and I'm going with the same torque. I just need to find the adapter. Var är den svarta knobb? So, remove spanner, pull fork leg up, and all done. Oops.